again, we have to take responsibility and own and acknowledge, no matter how annoying it is, that we are creating every single thing around us. I challenge you to every day find specific things that you can, good and bad, that you can own and realize and think about, how did you create that, right? Things don't just happen to us. They will if we let it. If we choose to be passive and not always be watching and paying attention to the opportunities that come. So take a look around, pay attention to what's happening around you, and then no matter how annoying it feels, take responsibility and know that there's something that you have put out there, or a vibration, a thought, anything that you can tie it back to, and then just practice with it. Things that we desire and things that we force. If we desire it deep down and we do the intention work and we do everything we have to let it flow and to be in flow and to pay attention to what flows and what doesn't, and we stop trying to force everything, where it's at, that's when things happen. So pay attention to, is it something you desire deep down, like for real? Is it part of the natural flow that you're creating, or are you forcing it? And then decide if you're going to keep forcing it. Well, don't keep forcing it, but figure out a way to get it more flow, more aligned, so that you don't have that struggle, right? So desire. Next one is wanting something versus feeling like you should do something. And this is me. I did what I should for so many years, and I knew deep down that I was capable of more, that I didn't want to be doing what I was expected to from the outside world. It didn't mean anything to me. I was kind of just like floating around doing stuff that I should, but it wasn't anything I was intentionally creating. Yeah, so do you want it? Like, do you want it no matter what, or is it something that you should do? You can have things that are both, but make that distinction and go for what you want, not what you should. If you don't quite have this big, powerful, aligned feeling that it took me a long time to get to, focus on this one. Like, what's your calling compared to what's your expected? What calls us, that inner voice that I said, just like it screams at you, like you can't quiet it. It doesn't let you push it aside. That inner calling, may not be what's expected of you from the outside world. So decide, again, make these decisions. Are you going to follow what's expected of you if it doesn't align with that inner calling? And that's a big sacrifice. So be careful with that and be intentional. If you have to do what's expected of you for a while to get to that calling point, that's okay. I mean, just know that you're doing it. Know that this is what's expected of me. It's not what I really want. It's not my inner purpose, my highest purpose, my soul calling, like that big stuff. But know that you're moving towards it, right? Don't get stuck on, I can only do what I'm expected. Know that that shift will happen. Things will open up to let you do what you really want and open up to your true calling, okay? So if that's a big one for you, let me know, and let's really cut through all the expectations and outside stuff that is preventing your calling from coming out of you, okay? So networking is really all it is connecting with people, finding people that are on your vibration, that give you good energy, that you can see that they are actually way higher than you, that they're cruising up here and creating and doing this stuff whether they mean to or not, and like you want to attach to that. Like, they're something that I have learned even in the online spaces, the groups that you're in, the people that you're around. And this is why all these quotes, the 5 people you're around the most, like that creates your income, that creates your net worth. It also creates your vibration, right? And what you're radiating. So the networking piece, again, I challenge you to look at it from a bigger, more divine space. And know that you're doing it to put yourself in the opportunity position to find these people, because they are out there. I promise you, every single person that you're ever going to need already exists and is already there, just waiting for you to make the connection, right? And maybe you're what they're looking for. Why networking will help you find the deep down stuff that is holding you back and help you sort of dig through all of the stuff that you have to do when you're creating business and really find that most aligned version of what you're doing. You can do that with networking. Again, if you decide to truly connect with people or not, and if you decide to stay a little bit closed still and not finding that inner confidence to just be like whoever you are that day and share what whatever inspiration you have that very day, and just love it and know that that's what people need to see. You're not going to be able to get that energetic exchange, right? So we pass business cards, we connect to each other, we talk to each other, but are you connecting? So think about that. Think about how open you are. And this is too, if people aren't quite receiving what you want them to receive, again, like, I know it's annoying, but come back inside and go, how am I not showing up in a way that is allowing them to connect with me how I need them to, or how am I not connecting with them to create that energetic exchange, right? So are you going to decide to network or not network? How are you going to do it? And if you're going to do it, choose to connect and be open and find that way, and you'll feel it. I promise. It's like you realize, and again, just pay attention. Step back and pay attention to who is receptive to you, to who answers your message, to who texts you back after you did what. Like, what vibration are you in, and how people respond, and use that and learn from it. And it's just like anything. I mean, we send our kids to practice because they have to learn how to do these specific things. We have to practice paying attention and raising our awareness for any of this to really start to work and for us to go to that higher level, right? Pay so much attention to what's coming, what you're doing, and what comes next. Like, I didn't fix my hair yesterday. My Facebook Live was horrible. Like that, I mean, it's silly, but use that kind of stuff and find something that happened this morning or yesterday or right now, and take responsibility for it and figure out how you can change it and use that skill set to now create, right? So today, I'm like, I have to get high vibe and do my music dance party that I do when I'm getting ready in the morning, and then do my lives, and it's working beautifully today. Right? If you're doing your work, you're doing, building your business, doing your mindset work, whatever you do, part of it has to be finding the stuff we don't want to deal with, and finding the stuff that we're not good at, and then learning how to create and do better, right? So one of the quickest ways and the most uncomfortable ways to deal with this stuff quickly and find like exactly where you're holding yourself back is to get face-to-face in front of real live people more often and tell them exactly what you're doing. Open up and talk about your authentic self and why you're doing what you're doing. Tell them your story. Push yourself to be more open and to connect and do everything on that list I just shared, and then pay attention to what just makes you like totally want to like withdraw. Like, what makes you so uncomfortable, and like after you say something you're just like, oh, like crap, like that's not what I meant to say, or when something just doesn't feel good. Pay attention, because your inner calling, your inner voice, I mean, that what needs to come out of you is being blocked, and that's why it doesn't feel good. So I, again, got all these challenges for you today, but this is a really important part of, for me, is how I found alignment. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know that I was allowed to do whatever the hell I wanted, not do what I should, right? That exchange of trust. That was the energetic stuff going on. That lit me up. I could have been selling them like candy. I don't know. I could have been doing anything with these people and that's what I realized. I liked the connection and the energetic exchange that was happening there. It didn't have anything to do with the financial industry or my skills there or my, what I could, an analysis I could build for them, right? I mean, that lost meaning to me, and I realized, okay, that is out of alignment. And so when things don't feel good, and when and this will take practice again. It's going to take some practice to become aware of it, and then give yourself permission to go, I don't want to do this. This doesn't feel good. I'm going to change and do this. So you don't have to quit your job and change careers and do all this crazy stuff that I have been through to find my own extreme version of this. I mean, it can be very small things throughout your day. So just practice with it. Be more open, be more authentic, and use that to find where you're holding yourself back and what little shifts you need to make. And then do your gratitude and all that kind of stuff when you do see what's happening around you. Do your gratitude practice on your creator abilities to create what you want, and you realize that what you're putting out comes right back to you. When something goes wrong, take responsibility for it, come back within and figure out how to create differently the next day, okay?